Good afternoon, students. So we were started with the dynamometers, and the first dynamometer that we have seen was the Prony brake dynamometer. The next one, what we are going to see is the hydraulic dynamometer. So let's look on what it is. This is a power sink which uses the fluid friction for dissipation of the input energy and thereby measures the input torque or power. So power sink, sink because it's going to be in water. Hydraulic nale water da. So sink na it's going to be filled with water or immersed in water. So fluid or the friction. So it's going to make use of the friction of the fluid for dissipating. Dissipating na it's going to send out dissipation of the input energy. So input energy ingena nama kandipa heat generate agum and thereby measures the input torque or power. So that is the basic principle. The capacity of the hydraulic dynamometer is a function of two parameters. One is speed. So in the speed la it's going to be running, and also the water level. So water sink la da it's going to run. The torque is measured with the help of the reaction arm or the shaft. So the shaft is the one which is going to be rotated. The power absorption at a given speed may be controlled by adjustment of the water level in the housing. So water level base panniyum there's going to be the changes. So before going into the remaining theory part, have a glance of the hydraulic dynamometer. So this is that shaft, and we are having the rotor part. So this is the rotor part. Actually you have to imagine it in a 3D. 3D la eppadi irukum oru dynamometer full ah the construction eppadi irukungradhu konjam imagine pandrathu kashtam da, but you have to. So we are having the rotor, and this is the casing for the rotor, and then this rotary member in the rotor irukku in the rotor da impeller appdinu solluvom, and the outer casing, and this part in the casing தாண்டி இருக்கிற this part is called as the stator, because that is going to be static. நமக்கு இந்த part மட்டும் தான் rotate ஆகும், இந்த rotor part மட்டும் தான் rotate ஆகும். அதை தாண்டி இருக்கிற this area is called as the stator. And then you having the water inlet from the pump. So it's going to go in through this area. Then you are also having the water outlet over this part, and this is called as a sluice gate for the load control. And then we are having the shaft bearing, and this is the casing, outer casing oda trunnion bearing. So this is the construction of it. This is the main central shaft, and shaft rotate over, and also this rotary impeller will be rotated, and throughout there is going to be a flow of water. So water ulla pogudhu, and then you are going to have also the water outlet. நம்ம இந்த inlet water okay hydraulic dynamometer and the water friction la da நமக்கு எவ்வளவு torque power அதெல்லாம் calculate பண்ண போறோம். But the water outlet என்னன்னாக்கா we told that so the outer shaft, and then the rotor which is the rotary member also called as the impeller, and then the casing, and in the water outlet எதுக்காக அப்படின்னாக்கா I told that heat will be generated இல்லையா. So அந்த heat dissipate பண்றதுக்காக water that's going in, and also when it's going to come out it will take care of that heat that is going to be generated. So let's look on to the construction part of it. This dynamometer may be used in larger capacities than the Prony brake dynamometer, because the heat generated can be easily removed by circulating the water in and out of the housing. So adha ipo na sonadhu water in irukku out irukku, so that heat that is generated can be heat loss agama nama paathukalam. The force acting on the shaft is then measured by using the force measuring devices or the strain gauges. So then by using the relation, so adhe same Prony brake la paathaveda, torque equal to force into the radius. We can find the torque that is acting on it. In principle, the hydraulic dynamometer construction is similar to that of the fluid flywheel. So flywheel engiradhu nama ipo indha Prony brake la paathom illaya, oru single wheel and then you're going to have that rope or the belt attached to it. Hydraulic dynamometer consists of an impeller or the inner rotating member which is coupled to the output shaft. So this is our rotor. So this entire thing, this part, this entire thing we call it as the rotor, and in turn it is being coupled to the shaft. The impeller in this dynamometer rotates in a casing filled with the fluid. So in the impeller or the rotor enga irukku, you are having placed it over here, but you can see that adu suttiyum nama water inlet anupitirukkom. இதுதான் அந்த கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் சொல்றப்பே உங்களுக்கு நான் சொன்னேன். So this impeller is rotating in an area that is being filled with the liquid or fluid, maximum water எடுத்துக்கும். Due to the centrifugal force developed in the outer casing. So இப்போ நம்ம அந்த ஷாஃப்ட்டை ரொட்டேட் பண்ண போறோம்னா there's going to be that centrifugal force. It tends to revolve with the impeller but is resisted by a torque arm supporting the balance weight. So centrifugal force nala it will make the impeller also to rotate. But enna agudhu appadinaka, we told that there's going to be a supporting balance weight. The frictional forces generated between the impeller and the fluid. So impeller namakku rotate ஆக போகுது, ஆனா அது rotate ஃப்ரீயா ஆக முடியாம someone is going to restrict it. அது nothing but our fluid. So இதனால என்ன ஆக போகுது, there's going to be some frictional force generated. So and the impeller is rotated inside the fluid தான். So between our fluid, நம்ம தண்ணி maximum water தான் சொன்ன மாதிரியே அந்த வாட்டருக்கும் அந்த ரோட்டருக்கும் நடுவுல frictional force is going to be created and it is measured by the spring balance fitted on the casing. Actually on the part of the diagram is not given over here. நமக்கு தேவையானது அந்த டைனமோமீட்டர் மட்டும் என்ன இங்க நடக்குதுங்கிறதுனால that part alone is being shown over here. Actually the remaining அது எப்படிங்கிறது உங்களுக்கு இந்த இதுக்கு தேவையில்லைங்கிறதால it's not shown in it. The frictional forces generated between the impeller and the fluid are measured by the spring balance that is fitted on the casing. So actually இந்த casingல இப்போ உங்களுக்கு இங்க இந்த water in water outlet இருக்கு அப்படின்னாலும் நிறைய இதுல water inlet will be on this side and water outlet will be on this side, and here you will be having an tachometer. Tachometer எதுக்காகனா இந்த இடத்துல attach பண்ணிருப்பாங்க to find out the RPM, என்ன ஸ்பீட்ல சுத்துதுங்கிறது, and here you will be having the torque meter attached to it. So straight away you can find out what is the torque. But this part is showing only the main thing related to the shaft, rotor, casing, அதுக்கப்புறம் அந்த heat dissipation, அதுக்கான அந்த part மட்டும்தான் இங்க நாம சொல்லிட்டு இருக்கோம். So that spring balance is also not shown actually over here. The heat developed due to the dissipation of the power in the hydraulic dynamometer is carried away by a continuous supply of the working fluid. So main இதே அதுதான், heat கண்டிப்பா நமக்கு generate ஆகும் போது எந்த இன்ஜின் எந்த மோட்டர் ஓடினாலும் heat generate ஆகும். இங்க ஆனா நமக்கு அந்த water flow இருக்கிறதால it's being easily maintained. The output power can be controlled by regulating the sluice gates which can be moved in and out to partially or to wholly obstruct the flow of water between the casing and the impeller. So this is our sluice gate. So in the sluice gate வந்து you can see that in the water inlet in the sluice gate, this area you can be moving, you can take it up or take it down, so that இங்க water flow இல்லாத மாதிரியோ இல்ல water flow எந்த அளவுக்கு வேணும் அப்படிங்கறத சேஞ்ச் பண்றதுக்காக தான் you are having that area. So when there's going to be a change in the flow of water between that casing and the impeller, so நம்மளோட outer casing இதுதான் அந்த stator, இது நம்மளோட outer casing, and you are having that நம்மளோட outer casing and this is the stator. இந்த outer casing க்கும் இந்த நம்மளோட rotor impeller க்கும் நாம இந்த water flow கம்மியாக்குறோம் அதிகமாக்குறோம்ங்கறதுக்கு you are going to make use of this gate. In case flow of water இல்லாம நம்ம stop பண்ணிட்டோம் அப்படினாக்கா then there's not going to be any power generated. In turn நமக்கு அங்க torque பத்தி எந்த இதுவுமே கிடையாது. So this gate is the main one to control our load. So either base பண்ணி தான் you can make your dynamometer to operate or you can stop it. So the output power is controlled by regulating the sluice gates, which can be moved in and out to partially or to fully obstruct the flow of the water between our casing and impeller. So next to நம்மளோட Prony brake, this is a very important dynamometer. So this we have seen many times, shaft, rotor, then you are having that outer casing for it, then our sluice gates which can be moved up or down. இங்க actually உங்களுக்கு up and down அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கு, actually அது in and out. அந்த 3D இதுல பார்த்தோம்னாக்கா இன்சைடா இல்ல வெளியேனா like this, whether it's down or going closer to that outer stator part. Coming to the characteristics, it is very small in size, easy installation, simple dynamometer structure, and it is easy for maintenance. It is a high brake torque. High brake torque na you will easily stop it or you can easily start it. High measurement accuracy, reliable and stable working condition, high real-time speed measurement accuracy with the electromagnetic sensors. There is fast loading control by electronic control butterfly valve. The valve system la butterfly valve naka you would have seen in a two-way valve, one-way valve. It's a type of valve. Then high reaction speed, which is suitable on dynamic testing, tuning of in-use engines, typically at the surface centers or for racing applications. When the engine is in running condition, அப்பே கூட நம்ம testing கெல்லாம் you can make use of this. So that is one main advantage. And for the racing applications you will be having this where you need to apply that brake easy apply பண்ணனும் அப்படிங்கற அந்த இடத்துலலாம் you can make use of this type of the dynamometer and you can check it for the power. So this is with the hydraulic dynamometer.